So Terry Rozier, lads. Terry Rozier, a player that every single person knew did it. I think everyone kind of knew that when the FBI started investigating him, that something bad had happened. He's now been arrested by the FBI in a surprise to nobody for sports betting. Let's not forget that the Charlotte Hornets decided to make their sports betting night when they played the Miami Heat and Terry Rozier. But it's very, very clear. Like some of the stuff Terry Rozier was doing. There were games that he was supposedly a part of where it's like, oh, he's definitely gambling. But like some of these things, the plays that he would make on the court, it was like, so I've never seen anything like some of the stuff Terry Rozier was doing. Like, he's not even attempting to make those shots. It was like the Jonte Porter thing. When he got angry when he made a shot and everyone was like, yeah, he did it. With Terry Rozier, it was just like, he was a good player. But it was like some of the things he was doing in games, you're like, this man is trying to hit his unders. He is throwing the ball nowhere near players. And just out here making sure as hell he goes nowhere near making shots. Like, what are we watching? There's no surprise. Riley to the feds, no one else wanted to trade Terry and he didn't want to buy out. Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier was arrested Thursday morning as part of an FBI sports betting gambling probe. Source at ESPN. The Eastern District of New York and FBI Director Kash Patel will hold a press conference to announce the arrest. The FBI Director is going to talk about it. He did that. Like, knew it wasn't possible like this bad in a game. You guys cannot tell me this dude was not here gambling. It is one of those things where he is absolutely, positively, like, he got caught. He got caught. We all kind of knew. Everybody knew what was going on. Terry Rozier might be the worst player ever. March 5th. March 6th. When the season's over, we'll get some news of him being investigated for sports betting like Jonte Porter. Lol, no way he's that bad. Like, people genuinely were like, people were calling with how bad he was, that he was involved in sports gambling. He was involved in sports betting. Direct evidence that Ty Lue, Kirk coach of Clippers, also guilty of fraud. So we got to take back the LaMelo is the winning player narratives now that we know he had teammates trying to lose. Like, the Miami Heat, why did they? That's one of the worst trades in history. You actually traded a first round pick for a player trying to lose. Like, that is actually impressive. As a Miami Heat fan, Pat Riley, that is an impressive trade. You traded for somebody. You didn't trade for a bad player per se. You traded for somebody who is actively trying to lose. You traded for somebody who's not trying to win. And I mean this, he was dumb enough to get caught. That's all I'm going to say about Terry Rozier. Is that Terry Rozier and Jonte Porter were dumb enough that they got caught. They did so many ridiculous things that they were dumb enough to get caught. It's not like they're the only ones. And this is why I say it's really bad that the NBA is in bed with sports betting companies. Because this is a league-wide thing. This is a league-wide thing. There are so many people that are addicted to gambling. Like, there is a large chunk of this league addicted to gambling. And with that being said, like, it becomes really, really hard to police any of it. Because at the end of the day, it's such a large percentage of players. And by large percentage, it might be 2%. But for people actively committing fraud, 2% is a lot. Look, the league is a massive sports gambling problem. The league has a massive sports gambling problem, and it's not a surprise to see Terry Rozier being arrested, just like it wasn't a surprise to see Jonte Porter arrested. Just like it's not going to be a surprise to see... It was a surprise to see Chauncey Billups arrested, in fairness. I'll talk about that in a later video. That was a surprise. But the whole league's in on it. And I'm sorry, if the FBI are coming out and making a statement about it, and if the FBI have arrested him, he did it. Like, I will gladly retract my statement if it turns out that it's false. But I think it's safe to assume he did it. Like, just like the Jontay Porter thing. I think it's safe to assume he did it. And it's a really bad look for the NBA. Seeing a player who's not an all-star level player, not a max contract level player, but a player good enough that you had to give a first round pick to get. A starter. Like seeing a starting level player on a playoff team being banned. Or not even being banned, being jailed, being arrested. Like he's probably never going to play in, not probably never, he's going to be banned for life. Like it's not even a probably. And the crazy thing is Chauncey Billups is going to be banned for life too. Like, it's not maybe he'll do this, maybe he'll play again. No, he's never going to play in the NBA again. He's like, it's a given. It's a given. Like, you cannot. This brings the league into disrepute. It completely brings the league into disrepute. He's going to be banned for life. Like, if it turns out that it looks like players are trying to lose, which it looked like Terry Rozier was trying to lose, it takes the whole, like, it puts the whole integrity of the game at risk. And I mean it. Like, I actually do think that he's, like, he will never, like, not think, he will never play in the NBA again. He will never play another game. And this is, I don't know, I think a lot of people are saying they're going to make an example of Jontay Porter. I think this is the first of many. I think this is the first of many. I think there's going to be a lot of players arrested over the next couple of years. I think this is the first of many. I think there's going to be so many. And this is going to happen to a lot of people. And I think it's going to be a tough one for the league to deal with because the gambling epidemic is not something that's stopping anytime soon. The league is now in bed with gambling companies. I was Nico Harrison, Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier. Casual, I can't wait to show the bullet casings from Terry Rozier with parlay and 6-7 written in Sharpie. After the arrest of Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, sources tell Pablo finds out Malik Beasley's situation isn't over. His fate now depends on the Department of Justice announcement. That's obviously the reason why he's not been signed. But this whole league is in bed with gambling companies, and this is the first of many. These are the only people that got caught. There are tens of people in the NBA rigging games, but these are the only people that got caught, which is a bit scary. So anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What do you guys think about Terry Rozier? It stems from March 2023 game, which saw spikes of bets under the game. He exited the game just after 9 minutes, citing a foot injury. I would be shocked if there were not more instances of him doing it, especially for Miami, which a lot of people thought was happening then. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys.